This week's member's first credit union for the Prep Star. He plays baseball for Pensacola High School. He's also done quite a few other things as well here at PHS. He's done a lot of SID work and is looking to get into broadcasting as his career choice. Kourage Koundahl is this week's Prep Star. And Kourage, before we get into all the other stuff, just kind of talk about the upcoming baseball season here a little bit.
Well, it's going to be a long haul, really, in my senior campaign, just trying to manage a young group of guys. We've had a lot of football talent come through. Of course, Jonathan Bennett and his dad have been a good tandem team for the last 4 years. And basically my job this year, along with Coach Mincy, is being able to pick up the pieces, find the freshman squad, and rally them together for a good final year.
Gotcha. Now, what positions do you play for baseball?
Oh, I'm left-handed, so I don't have too many, but I play first base and pitch.
Okay, cool. And I know, speaking a little bit earlier, you like the first base a little bit more because you get to kind of observe and kind of control things a little bit better, right?
That's true. And pitching-wise, it's even a little more analytical than that. You literally, pitch by pitch, have control of a game from the timing to rhythm of batters and umpires. But really, depending which day you ask me, that answer changes.
All right, there you go. I'll make sure to ask you that question 3 days from now.
Yeah.
We'll change it up there.
Yes.
Now, you've decided that you want to pursue a career in broadcasting, and just kind of talk about that decision a little bit. What kind of sparked your interest in getting into broadcasting?
It really started from a love of sports, and watching my sister play basketball when she was 8 years old or so, I decided watching games can be boring, but talking about games can be fun, and especially when other people want to hear you talk about the games. So I started off with basketball, moved on to football when a middle school coach asked me to do the same thing. And it just really escalated all the way through high school. I found a good support group who said, we have plenty of opportunities here and we want you to be our man.
There you go. Well, hey, it's always good to have the support, definitely. This coming from experience as well, when you have good people around you to be able to kind of keep your spirits up and everything like that. But just kind of talk about, what was some of the things that you were doing at first to kind of get into that?
Well, really, it was just a video camera at the time, just a home video type of the 1990s. And I remember a TV production. I never was in that class, but my freshman year, we started off VHS. Literally recording every day. The same thing you saw Toy Story on, was delivering the morning news. And when ESPN Pensacola, I don't want to be a walking advertisement, but literally when the ESPN station rolled into town my sophomore year, I decided this could be an important stepping stone. And we had an old crew come in, PHS exclusive my sophomore year. And I learned the hard way, it's not all talking. You don't start in this industry by talking. You learn from the bottom up with production. I was a stats guy with about a minute at halftime when the other guys had a water break. And I just kept getting my street cred. The first broadcast was absolutely awful, about 10 seconds of dead air. And to the uninitiated, that's just plain silence and the opposite of what you want to do. And those guys just said, it happens to all of us, get better, and it kept me going in.
Well, there you go. And then from there on, you've also done some other things, like you were a blogger for the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, which is the Way affiliate. Kind of talk about that a little bit and how that got going.
Much in the same way that I realized I could broadcast a baseball game, once I put my thoughts, pen to paper, realized my writing's not that bad either. So 2012, end of the year, very end of the year, I talked about what the Wahoos were doing in the offseason, because this city's really embraced the team and the players that have run through Billy Hamilton, Tony Zangrani. They always ask us where they are now, how they're doing, even if we haven't talked to them in months. And my individual blog I did back in September examined that very thing. I just kept doing it until the Wahoos asked April of last year. And quite frankly, that's what kept my interest in baseball, especially at PHS, alive, was seeing that these young players, 20, 21 years old, have fun playing the game they love, and every single day they get closer to it. It was a humbling experience.
Now, as far as your college career, and again, we're talking with Kourage Koundahl, who's this week's member's first credit union of Florida Prep Star. You said you've recently been accepted to LSU, but you are looking at some other schools as well. Share that info.
Well, Mom went to the University of Southern California, but the USC, but at least on the other side of the Mississippi, you don't hear the South Carolina response. But in a kind of weird scenario, when everyone's wondering where I went to college, I was able to tell them I don't want to go to Harvard, I don't want to go to Yale, not even Stanford. Because what I'm looking for in a college is a place I could play baseball, and someone offering broadcast journalism and sports journalism. Anyone can do communications. A few can offer journalism, but not many colleges are serious about it. So we're looking at the Annenberg program out in USC, the Manship School in LSU, which does fantastic. And I'll make that decision in the middle of this baseball season.
Well, there you go. Sounds like you got everything in place for the meantime, though. And hey, good luck on the baseball season as well.
Thanks, Ryan.
And that's this week's Members First Credit Union Florida Prep Star, Kourage Koundahl, over at Pensacola High School.